Yo, what is going guys? And today I'm going to be doing a Gallantmon X Antibody deck profile. And yes, as you guys may have watched my videos lately, and yeah, I've been piling this deck a lot, and not gonna lie, this deck, or rather Gallantmon X from EX08, is hella insane. And so sorry that it took a while for me to record this video, and yeah, I've been quite busy lately ever since I came back from my long family trip. Yeah, let's get right into it. Starting things off with the Digitamas, I still run 4 copies of the EX08 Digimon to be able to draw off a card whenever I attack with a Groundmon or Gallantmon is really nice, and it's really handy as well, because especially for this deck, because I need the X Antibody pieces for me to make this deck work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And for the rookies, these are my current ratios at the moment. And I'm not gonna lie, I really have enjoyed this ratio a lot, especially with the brand new card that we've gotten in EX08, which is the Gallantmon X Antibody. So what it does is it evolves on top of a Gallantmon or a Digimon for 0 cost, and also when it evolves or when it's unplayed, check out a few cards of your deck and you can choose a Groundmon or Gallantmon in his name, and also an X Antibody card amongst them added to your hand. Note that the X Antibody has to be the option card itself, so it cannot be an X Antibody in its traits. And it's inherent to be able to gain off of memory is really nice as well. It's very handy when your opponent's Digimon gets deleted, which is most likely gonna get deleted during my turn, because this deck is a red deck after all, so it's gonna really play around deletion. And of course, I gotta include 4 copies of the classic Gallantmons to be able to search out the common pieces is really nice as well. And I include the B19's Gallantmon because it's able to gain off of memory whenever I have the card on the field is really nice as well. And also being able to bump up 2k power in the deletion effect if I have 0 less memory is really nice. And I run 1 copy of the Rush Gallantmon just in case if both me and my opponent does fulfill the trash count requirement, which is really nice as well, because it does catch my opponents off guard sometimes. But however, it's not really that often that this card will probably be procced. So yeah, just 1 copy would be good enough for now. And for the champions, these are my current ratios. And before I go into the Groundmons, I'll go into the Groundmon X Antibody first. So being able to just draw a card, discard a card, and give this Digimon the effect of it can on-play Gallantmon when it gets deleted is really nice. It's very handy. Just in case if the Digimon does really get deleted during your opponent's turn, you can just on-play Gallantmon from your trash straight up. And also being able to gain a memory after the Digimon gets deleted during your turn is really nice. It's the exact same inherit as the Gallantmon X Antibody from the EX08. And for the Groundmons, I run these 2 types specifically because these 2 are able to on-play me Takados as much as possible and as fast as possible as well. And the reason why I don't include the Stardex's Groundmon is because, yes, the ability to gain the memory is really nice, but it doesn't really have anything else other than the inherit effect, which is not really what I'm looking for in this deck. I may just need cards that can just on-play me a Tamer. So therefore, yeah, I chose to just stick with these 2 for now. And for the ultimates, these are my current ratios. So I'm currently really loving this lineup for my ultimate slot, or rather level 5 slot. It's mainly because Rogamon Ace is pretty cracked in this deck. I can just straight up evolve my Groundmon and then on-play me a Takado, and then during my opponent's turn, when they do declare attack, I can just straight up Ace evolve to this, which is what I really love, basic, because it's able to skip me a level, which is really nice. And the inherit of it is really good as well, because it's able to just bump up 4k in terms of the deletion effect, so which is really nice. And for these 2, I will go over the X Antibody first. So for X Antibody, it's able to just give itself the invulnerability of being able to bounce back to hand or deck, and also it gets 3k power. And not just that, it's able to delete my opponent's 10k less Digimon if this Digimon has War Groundmon or X Antibody in its trait. And its inherit is what makes this card extra spicy. It's because it's able to gain a security +1. So therefore, it's able to constantly be a 2 security attack if I go into Mega. And not gonna lie, Gallantmon really needed some form of security pressure rather than just milling it. And for the BG17's War Groundmon, to be able to have the option of either deleting my opponent's Digimon or getting a security if I don't is really nice as well. And it's able to just unsuspend. Although the effect of being able to unsuspend doesn't really proc as often in this deck, especially if you're playing Gallantmon X Antibody from the latest set, because the sequencing of effects or the resolving timing is pretty weird. I mainly just love the on-evo skill, but the inherit is kind of tricky to work around with. I've seen people try to cut this card out just to run 4 copies of this and 3 copies of Gallantmon Ace. I still love the idea of having the option to even gain a security if my opponent doesn't have any Digimon on their field. So yeah, this is pretty much what I love running right now. So for the Megas and for the level 7s, I run 4 copies of the MVP itself, Gallantmon X Antibody. So the reason why this card is really cracked is because there are 3 skills for this card, and also the skills are actually quite deadly themselves. That's the reason why this card is a really big threat right now in the meta. I'll go over the first ability. So the first skill is when this Digimon evolves or when it attacks, if this Digimon has Gallantmon or X Antibody underneath his trait, it's able to minus one of opponent's Digimon for 4k DP, and it also gains it for 4k as well. So therefore, yeah, this card, at first, it's really good because when this Digimon attacks, it just straight up becomes 16k body. So, and it also procs when it evolves. So if you do have a way to blitz or just have any form of ability to attack a player, it's able to just gain an extra 4k DP as well, just from evolving, which is really crazy. So therefore, Gallantmon X is probably going to be hitting for 20k, which is insane, honestly. And it's not even once per turn. But however, the second ability is what makes this card extra annoying to deal with, but luckily, it's once per turn. So what it does is, when this Digimon evolves, or at the end of battle when it attacks, I can delete one of my opponent's 10k less Digimon, but if this effect doesn't delete anything, I can mill one of my opponent's security, or trash my opponent's security rather, and I can unsuspend this Digimon. That is actually really crazy. That's the reason why I felt like this card really doesn't work well with the BT17s as War Ground Monsters Inherit, which because it's very awkward, but I did really like that card's on evil effect. That's why I still kept it. And last but not least, the other effect is what makes this card extra to deal with, because what it does is, as long as I have 0 less memory, this Digimon cannot be affected by any of my opponent's Digimon effects. And yes, option cards will still be able to kill this Digimon, but I don't really think any fast decks really run option cards that could just straight up kill one of my Digimons. Unless if I'm playing against maybe Beelstar or maybe like a yellow security control deck. So yeah, but overall, like if you do play in the Asia format, there are a lot of decks that just really rely on speed. So as long as you're playing this card, you're pretty much good to go, if I'm being honest. And the other Mega that I run is 2 copies of the BT19's Gallantmon. Note that the effect of being able to gain the piercing and also the DP is been given to this Digimon. So therefore, even if you Digivolve Gallantmon X Antibody on top of this Gallantmon, you're still able to inherit the piercing and also the plus 3k power, because it is given to this Digimon. So therefore, whatever this Digimon becomes, that Digimon will still have it until the end of turn. And its other ability is, if my opponent's Digimon does get deleted, it gains 2 memory. And overall, I really love this card. It's mainly because it's probably one of the most aggressive Gallantmons out there at the moment. And I do really like the BT17s as one. It's able to give more defensive options. But the thing is, I've chosen to build my deck in this direction because I want this deck to be as aggressive as possible and also as fast as possible. So therefore, yeah, this is currently my level 6 lineups. And for level 7s, I run only a copy of Crimson Mode. It's mainly because I don't really think I needed to at the moment, because this deck, as I said earlier, it is very aggressive. So therefore, yeah, by maybe turn 2 or turn 3, I'll probably go into the Gallantmon X Antibody. So therefore, yeah, I don't really need to be defensive at all. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. And for the Tamers, I run 3 copies of the Takados each. So the BG17 one is able to gain me a memory if I have a Guilmon, Growlmon, or Gallantmon in its name Digimon on the field, and it's able to just help me warp Digivolve. But however, the timing is going to be very different because this one procs at the end of my turn. And for the BT19's is Takados, very nice outfit by the way. So being a memory setter as well is really good. And then for this Takado, honestly, this Takado is a godsend. At first, when I saw this card, I was like, this card's kind of not really the vibe, you know, like it's not really that good. But when I read its effects again, I was like, wow, holy damn, this card literally is basically the EX02 Takado and the BT13 or 212 says Takado combined into one card. The reason why is because, first of all, it's a memory setter, and although it doesn't have the warp Digivolve effect, it gives my Digimon the ability to attack my opponent, which is the player. So basically, it's a pseudo blitz, you could say. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the other ability for this Takado is if any of my Digimons evolves into a Growlmon or Gallantmon in his name, by suspending this Tamer, I may attack a player. So therefore, I can just straight up attack my opponent. The reason why that's so good is because, first of all, it's already a memory setter, so I'm always going to guarantee myself with 3 memory. And also giving my Digimon the option to even attack my opponent's Digimon is really, really nice. So therefore, yeah, I love this card so much. And honestly, this staccato is a godsend. And I thank you so much, Bandai, for it. And last but not least, for the option cards, these are my ratios. And yes, I run 3 copies of X Antibody. And this deck is really aggressive. So therefore, yeah, I want to be as aggressive as I can. I did try to run protoforms, but I don't really think protoform is really my type. And the reason why I prefer this over the protoform is because protoform is a very nice card because it's able to just reduce the evolution cost by 1, which is very handy sometimes. It also allows me to recover a security whilst being able to fetch a piece from one of the resources to my hand. If it does get deleted, I do like that. But however, this deck, like I said again, it is very aggressive. So therefore, yeah, I want to be able to digivolve while attacking, and it also looks cool as well. So therefore, yeah. Also, I love the fact that this card cannot be removed from the source. So if my opponent does play blue and if he does strip all my resources, at least I'll have this. So therefore, yeah, I'll always be able to just proc the on attack, evolve into X Antibody, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And the main reason why I run 4 copies of offense training and none of red scrambles is because I really like digging for my pieces, and this deck really needs a way to reduce evil cost as much and as efficiently and as frequently as possible. So therefore, yeah, I really like running 4 copies of this to just reassure myself that I'm able to keep up the pace and also delete my opponent's Digimons and also their securities as fast as possible. And thank you guys so much for watching this video, and so sorry that if this video felt like it's a bit rushed. It's mainly because it is December after all, and Christmas is really coming. So therefore, yeah, I trust that we're all gonna be very busy with our lives for a while. So therefore, yeah, I really just don't want to keep you guys watching this video for that long, and I try to make this video as short and as informative as possible for you guys to watch, especially for Western fans out there, because EX08 is still not out wherever you guys are in the West. So therefore, yeah, I tried my best to show you guys on what I run, give like a little idea, get like a little insight of my deck list before you guys make a decision on whether this card is good or not. And yeah, thank you guys so much for this video, and thank you guys so much for supporting this video as well, and not just this video, also supporting my channel. And yeah, please like and subscribe for more content, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon with some more bangers. Take care, guys. Happy advanced Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.